What's up, guys? Welcome to the Cash Craft, your daily dose of finance and technology news and updates. Jonah Peretti just sold BuzzFeed for parts. The man who built a media empire on viral cats and quizzes walked away from it all. But the reason why should terrify every content creator watching this. Because what killed BuzzFeed isn't what you think. It's not that listicles stopped working or that millennials grew up. It's something far more fundamental about how the internet itself has changed. And it's happening to everyone else right now. BuzzFeed was supposed to be the future. While newspapers clung to print, Peretti built a machine that understood social platforms better than anyone. They cracked Facebook's algorithm. They dominated Twitter. At their peak, they were pulling billions of views per month. They went public. They had a newsroom that won actual Pulitzers alongside content about which Disney princess you are. And then, quietly, it all fell apart. Here's what most people miss about the sale. This wasn't a bankruptcy. This wasn't a fire sale. Peretti chose to dismantle it. In his own words from the Verge interview published just 2 days ago, he explains that the platforms themselves have fundamentally shifted. Social media stopped being social. Facebook and Instagram became what he calls algorithmic entertainment feeds. They don't show you what your friends post anymore. They show you what keeps you scrolling, and that changes everything. Think about what that means for a business model. BuzzFeed's entire strategy was built on people sharing content with their networks. You take a quiz, get a funny result, share it with friends. That sharing was free distribution, organic reach, but when platforms switched to algorithmic feeds, they started charging for that same reach. Suddenly, the content that used to spread for free required paid promotion. The economics broke. But here's where it gets more interesting. Peretti isn't just talking about BuzzFeed's problem. He's describing the entire media ecosystem right now. Every publisher, every creator, every brand that built an audience on social platforms is facing the same squeeze. The platforms want you to pay to reach even your own followers. And now there's a new threat he calls AI slop. Low-quality, AI-generated content flooding the zone, making it even harder for human-created work to break through. The buyer tells you everything. BuzzFeed got acquired by a company called Jonah Peretti, Inc., essentially Peretti's own holding company, working with industry veteran Brian Goldberg. They're not buying it to run it as is. They're buying it to strip it down, keep the profitable parts, and rebuild something smaller. The BuzzFeed News division already shut down in 2023. The sprawling staff massively reduced. What's left is essentially the brand name and whatever content still generates revenue. Now here's the reframe moment that nobody's talking about. This isn't a story about one company failing. This is a preview of what happens when platforms stop being distribution channels and become gatekeepers. Peretti built BuzzFeed on the assumption that great content would spread, that if you understood the platforms, you could win. But the platforms changed the rules. They decided that attention is too valuable to give away for free, even to the people who helped make them powerful in the first place. Every creator right now is living in BuzzFeed's future. Your reach is declining. Your organic views are down. The platforms are pushing you toward paid promotion or their preferred formats. Short-form video, live streams, whatever keeps people on their app longest. And AI tools are making it trivially easy to generate content that's just good enough to compete for attention, even if it's soulless. Peretti's bet now is that smaller, more focused media companies can survive by being ruthlessly efficient, cut the overhead, focus on what actually makes money. Don't chase scale for scale's sake. It's the opposite of the growth at all costs model that dominated the 2010s. The question you should be asking yourself is, if BuzzFeed, with all its expertise, all its resources, all its understanding of social platforms, couldn't make the old model work, what makes you think your strategy is different? The platforms aren't going back to organic reach. The AI content isn't going away. The game has changed permanently. Personally, I'm watching what Peretti builds next, more than I'm mourning what he sold. Because if anyone understands how to adapt to platforms that don't want you to succeed on them anymore, it's probably the guy who rode them to the top and had the clarity to walk away when the ride ended. That's all for today, folks. If you found this helpful, Make sure to like and subscribe to the Cash Craft for more finance and tech news. Drop a comment below with your thoughts, and I will see you in the next one.